Now I heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do ya? Well, it goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, and the major lift, the powerful king composing. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
Your faith was strong, but you needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof, her beauty and the moonlight overthrew ya. She tied you to a kitchen chair, she broke your throne and cut your hair, and from your lips she drew hallelujah, 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 You say I took the name in vain, well I don't even know the name, but if I did,
Oh, really, what's it to ya? There's a blaze of light in every word. It doesn't matter what you heard, the holy or the broken. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah,
Beautiful. Well, I want to begin by just saying I'm honored to be living, working, and playing on lands that have been stewarded for millennia by the Mississaugas of the Credit, the Anishinaabe, the Chippewa, the Haudenosaunee, and the Wendat peoples, and is now home to many diverse First Nations, Inuit, and Métis peoples. Welcome. I'm so excited to see you here. Ernest Holmes, the founder of the Science of Mind, said there's a power for good in the universe, greater than you are, and you can use it. Well, I believe we're using it always, consciously or unconsciously. I think that happens often. So this teaching is about waking up to the power of our mind. Ernest Holmes also wrote, any account of creation, however brief, implies, first of all, a universal intelligence, which is omniscient, all-knowing. We call this intelligence God. In philosophy, the word reality is used. In science, the word principle. The reality of philosophy, the principle of science, and the God of religion all have much the same meaning: the nature of the universe in which we live. We describe it as God, spirit, reality, truth, absolute intelligence. Now, whatever word you use to describe the infinite, just know that we may never fully comprehend the infinite from our finite perspective. The study of the science mind is a study of first cause, spirit, mind, or that invisible essence, that ultimate stuff and intelligence from which everything comes, the power back of creation, the thing itself. And anyone desiring a deeper understanding of this statement may join me on Thursdays for a deep dive into the science of mind, or Saturday for lessons on effective prayer. And now let us prepare for a time of meditation as we go into the silence, into the stillness.
I will go into the stillness, into the love of my heart, and I let go of the weight of the world. Love is my anchor, my star. In the stillness, there I find peace. In the stillness, there I find peace. In the stillness, there I find hope. In the stillness, there I find hope. In the stillness, there I find joy. In the stillness, there I find
And as I quiet my mind and open my heart, I take a moment to reflect on the wonder of this universe, the wonder of the life experience, a journey that is so full of possibility and potential. And as I awaken myself to this grand design, this idea of God as creator, as the divine presence deep within me, the very essence of my body, mind, and soul, I know that all things are possible. All things are possible. So I begin tonight with a sense of oneness, oneness of all creation. And that inspires me to do better moment by moment, to show up in a way that is powerful and positive and productive, to show up excited and delighted about what lies ahead. So I know that God is right here where I am, that this universal principle is within me, being me. It is every cell of my body. It is the activity of my mind, the journey that I walk. It's all God and it's all good. And I know that as I move forward today, I do so with a willing heart, with a willing mind, with a willing connection to a journey that is full and promising. And as I look around me, I am in awe of the beauty of life. And even with the challenges and difficulties that seem to pop up, I know that this is impermanent. The permanence lies in the divine, this one powerful, dynamic source, this creative, divine principle that is love and light, peace and joy. So today, as I surrender into this moment, I am filled with such grace and goodness, with such power. I know who I am. and I love who I am. It is in acknowledging that and accepting that I move forward tonight with deliberate action, with excitement and joy, knowing that this evening is truly a gift and a blessing. And as I welcome it, and as I welcome each of you, I know that today is truly the beginning of something remarkable. So filled with love and light, peace and joy, I take all of these ideas, all of this goodness, and I release it. I release it into the law of mind where I know it is done. All is well, and so it is.
I will go into the stillness, into the love of my heart, and I let go of the weight of the world. Love is my anchor, my star. In the stillness, there I find peace. In the stillness, there I find peace. In the stillness, there I find hope. In the stillness, there I find hope. In the stillness, there I find joy. In the stillness, there I find
So I wanted to share with you the Declaration of Principles, what we believe at CSL. We believe in God, the living Spirit Almighty, one indestructible, absolute, and self-existent cause. This one manifests itself in and through all creation, but is not absorbed by its creation. The manifest universe is the body of God. It is the logical and necessary outcome of the infinite self-knowingness of God. We believe in the individualization of the Spirit in us, and that all people are individualizations of the one Spirit. We believe in the eternality, the immortality, and the continuity of the individual soul forever and ever expanding. And now our band will share with us Heal the World.
There's a place in your heart, and I know that it is love. And this place could be much brighter than tomorrow. And if you really try, you'll find there's no need to cry. In this place, you'll feel there's no hurt or sorrow. There are ways to get there if you care enough for the living. Make a little space, make a better place. Heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. If you want to know why, there's a love that cannot lie. Love is strong, it only cares for joyful giving. If we try, we shall see. In this bliss we cannot feel. Fear or dread, we stop existing and start living. Then it feels it all. always. Love's enough for us growing. Make a better world. Make a better world. Heal the world. Make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. And the dream we were conceived in will reveal a joyful face. And the world we once believed in will shine again in grace. Then why do we keep strength in life with this earth crucify its soul? Though it's plain to see this world is heavenly, be God's clothes. But fly so high, let our spirits never die. In my heart, I feel you are all my family. Create a world with no fear. Together we'll cry happy tears. See the nations turn their swords into plowshares. We could really get there if you cared enough for the living. Make a little space to make a better place. Heal the world. Make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. Heal the world. Make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. Heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. You and make a better place. You and make a better.
Come on, sing that with us. You and for me. 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 You and for me.
Ernest Holmes in 1958 said, "We have to have the same faith in what we teach and practice that the scientist has or the gardener has. And when that great simplicity shall have plumbed and penetrated this density of ours, this human stolidness and stupidity, this debauchery of the intellect and the soul, something new and wonderful will happen. It is the only thing that will keep the world from destroying itself." Now that was written 63 years ago. And it could have been written yesterday. So we're moving forward today. Oh my goodness, I'll tell you, gotta love technology. The beauty of this moment is that in each and everything that we think, say, and do, God is present. And so as we journey along, there's always something for us to discover, to know, something new to get to understand, I guess. And for me, when I think about life and the journey and all the things that come with it, there's something precious about the life that we live and the way in which we live it, the way we connect with one another or deal with challenges, the things that happen that are out of our control, so to speak. And it's funny, I gotta say it's funny today because I've been a little off all day, so I'm not at all surprised that Zoom is a little off too. It's one of those things that can happen, is that as our consciousness creates our new reality, it does so according to our consciousness. And whenever we're troubled in any way, we begin to trouble the things around us as well. So what I know for certain is that this life is a gift and a blessing, and that each of us is equipped with a spirit to make decisions and will and choice, and there's volition in all that happens, and we're a part of this incredible experience. And what we think about and how we think about life and what it is we think, say, and do, all of it impacts the whole. All of it is some part of that greater possibility that the universe has running. So the choices that we make have consequences, positive and negative, right? No matter what, there's always something going on. And I know that, you know, today we're having some techie challenges, and you know what? This too is God, and this too is good. That somehow, some way, whatever we are experiencing comes from this one source. And now we can call it bad and wrong, or we can simply accept it is what it is. And because it is what it is, I can take a breath and pause and allow myself to just simply be with what is. Moment by moment and day by day. There's no point in being upset about what is, right? It is what it is. We can't change it. But what we can do is decide how we want to move forward. We can decide what's next. We can decide how to celebrate and rejoice in the life that we're living. Our spirit seems to have both external and internal perception. And the external perception is by appearance, right? Is the hair right? Is the makeup right? You know, am I wearing the right clothes? Do I, look thin enough, tall enough? We have all these questions. That's all external stuff, which really in the grand scheme of things has very little influence, very little power. But the internal perception, oh, that's the God stuff. That's the good stuff. You see, within us, there's the ability to intuit things and to discover stuff that maybe we didn't even know about until a moment when we get an idea. There's something exciting happening and we don't even know what to do with it. And somehow it all comes together easily, comfortably, and beautifully. It's a little bit like the creation of CSL on the lake. When I got the call from CSL to start this church, this center, I went, maybe, we'll see. It was one of those things where I just kind of hummed and hawed, and I thought, you know what, if everything just flows, if it just happens easily, then I'm okay. If any walls come up, I'll walk away. But you know, they never did. Every single thing I've needed has shown up in the moment that I need it. Every little bit of anything, including finding this studio, getting Dedri on board with doing the music, and her husband helping with all the tech stuff. It's like there's something incredible that happens when we set an intention and then step back. We set an intention and we decide, you know what, I think this is going to work. And everything, incorporation and getting approval from CSL and all the things that had to be done to make tonight possible, all of it has happened with ease, joy, and grace. I'm in awe. And I look around and the wonder of this universe, the wonder of what's happening, I can't even begin to comprehend it some days. It's so fantastic and so brilliant. And so I just take it moment by moment. And I know that each and every one of us is living a life. We're all created unique and special. And every one of us has something that we're bringing into life at this time that no one else can bring. And it's up to us to share it. You know that song, "This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine." We need to do that. You see, there are no mistakes or accidents when it comes to each one of us. We're created. We are created to bring something very special and remarkable into the universe at this point in time. And I invite you to just question and ask yourself, what is it that I'm bringing? What is mine to do right now? What is the one thing that I can do that no one else can do in the same way that I do it? Find that, and then move into your life experience, just serving humanity with that remarkable gift of yours. Each one of us, perfect, whole, and complete. In the Science of Mind, we talk about, thoughts are things, that what you think about, you bring about. And it's always fascinating to me how things unfold and how quickly and easily. And, when the challenges come, how do we deal with it? What do we do with those challenging moments? Do we just accept it and continue on? Or do we get angry and frustrated and throw a fit? Well, I do that sometimes. Usually when I'm on the phone with Rogers. Well, what can I say? Sometimes we get on those phone calls and we're not getting the support that we think we should be getting, or things are, maybe putting us on hold forever, or hey, Zoom decides not to work in the middle of our service. We can get upset about those things, but what is the point? In the grand scheme of things, what difference does it all make? What difference does it make if it's working or not working? What difference does it make if it goes exactly according to plan? Really, there truly is no difference. It's an opportunity for each one of us to simply move forward day by day and moment by moment, being the best we can be. I always really liked the book, The Four Agreements. And Don Miguel Ruiz talking about these 4 very simple ideas. Do your best. Never make assumptions. Never make assumptions. Wow. That in and of itself might be a challenge, right? We make assumptions constantly and continuously, and that's one of the things that we want to shift and change. It's time for us to really begin to live our lives in a place of wonder. I mean, just look around. Like tonight as I was driving to Whitby, it was like the weather was cold, yes, but all was well, until I hit Whitby and then it was snowing. By the time I leave, maybe it'll be snowing in Toronto as well. But regardless, it's this beautiful big snowflakes that cover everything in this beautiful white blanket. And it's gorgeous. And there's something about that that allows us to just appreciate the world and what it is and what it's doing, and give up on the, oh, I hate snow, because I do. But but I can appreciate it through the window, right? Like look outside and go, wow, isn't that pretty? But we have a right to stand for what we believe in. And one of the things for me, especially in starting CSL on the Lake, was to sit back and look at the world that I live in and be filled with awe at the magnificence of it, but also the ignorance. And so I look around and I go, okay, what am I thinking about? What am I bringing to the table? What can I do, or what is needed or necessary to begin to shift things and make the world a more equitable and loving place? And I think that the answer is love. Love. And of course, it has to start right here. We have to begin with ourselves. We can't start anywhere else. It's like, if I can't love me, then the world can't love me. And if I can't love me, I sure can't give love into the world. And the world really needs it right now. I think love is truly the answer to everything that we're dealing with. And if we can come to that place of really honoring the divine gifts that we each possess, and then bring that forward into the world. I think what happens is we begin to create in a way that's really positive and productive and can really make a difference overall. But the answer is love. And that takes some effort sometimes, doesn't it? Because imagine for a moment that somebody's harmed you in some way and you're feeling, a little frustrated or angry. The call for love is forgiveness. And that sometimes is one of the hardest things for us to do. To let go of the hurt, to let go of taking things personally, and to just allow ourselves to go, you know what it is, and everything that's done in this world is done by people just like me. And so oftentimes, I don't know when I've hurt somebody, and maybe I've been hurt by someone who doesn't even realize they've hurt me. So we want to begin to let go of our personal bias or challenge, whatever, and begin to look at people around us as part of us. I love the Ho'oponopono, which is a Hawaiian practice of really acknowledging our oneness. And it is in seeing that if I see somebody else is in pain or suffering or whatever, I begin within myself to notice and acknowledge that we are one. And so somewhere in me, whatever's going on for them is with me as well. Because there is only one of us here. So we journey along with a different call of action where we take time to breathe and to listen and to ask questions and be kind. And I think it's time to give up the whole competition thing. I know we do love our sports and things, but competition tends to, it tends to cause us some challenges. We think we know everything, but we don't know what we don't know. And there's something going on there's something going on. There's something going on that needs to shift and change, and it only happens within me or within you. If I see something that needs to be different, I'm the one who must change. If I see something that needs to be done, then I'm the one who probably needs to do it. If I see something in the world that's calling my attention, then it's up to me to stand up and pay attention and begin to do something about it. Wonder, wonder everywhere. I mean, think about the things that happen in the world and the way that they happen and how quickly they happen. It's remarkable. I'm in awe of the universe. I look at how things, come about, and it's like, holy crow, how is that even possible? God is present everywhere, at all points in space, at all times. There is no place where God is not. And whether you call it God or universe, first cause, spirit, whatever the name, it doesn't matter. It's acknowledging that there's a higher power at work. And although I look at the world and I don't understand it, and I look at the world and I question the way things are done, or I struggle with our current reality of lockdown and locked in and wearing masks and all the good stuff, and I can be angry and I can be frustrated and annoyed, but that doesn't get me anywhere. And I notice that when I get angry, the only thing I accomplish is to reduce my own life expectancy. Right? Because raising the blood pressure and getting angry like that can't be good for the heart. Or anything else for that matter. So it's really important that we come to a place of understanding that life is happening, however it's happening. And it's happening whether we like it or not. Life is life. And there's a whole bunch of us here. And we're not always going to agree with each other, and we're not always going to understand each other. But we can work toward that. We can work toward kind of looking at the world and going, okay, let me try to understand this other way of life. Let me try to understand this other individual. Let me look out in the world and see if there's a way for me to do better. Is there a way for me to do better? The choices that I'm making, are they coming from love? And so that's been one of the questions that I've been posing to myself often of late is, what would love do here? What would love do in this moment? And that's a question that we can all ask. It's an easy question. You know, we get cut off in traffic and we want to curse the guy out, but if we ask ourselves the question, what would love do here? We might bless him instead, or her, or them, and just say, hey, let me bless you as you travel along safely. There's a journey that we're all a part of, and however things unfold, whatever happens moment by moment, it's all just life. And although we don't understand it most of the time, I think the greatest thing that we can do is just honor our own piece of it. Honor the life that I've been given. Honor the way that I think and work and feel. Honor my emotional ride. Honor my anger and frustration and my joy and celebration. Honor life. That's what creates a great world to live in. One that allows me to just be whatever I am in any given moment. Happy or sad, it's all good, it's all God. And if I can just accept myself where I am, as I am, moment by moment, everything feels okay. Everything is good. So today I choose to make choices that are loving, compassionate, and kind. And when I forget, I lovingly remind myself to do better. What would love do here? God bless.
This is a beautiful song by Michael Gott, and it is called So Alive. I was feeling sad the other day, feeling sorry for myself. I had to take a walk to clear my head. I went down to the river. The water always seemed to soothe my soul. The current seemed to wash my cares away. The beauty flows right through me, and I'm a part of everything I see. So alive, astounded by the majesty I see. So alive, awake to all that's possible in me. So alive to the magic, so alive to the dreams, discovering that life is so much more than what it seems. I cannot be content to just survive. I'm a part of something infinite and free, and so alive. Sometimes when I'm discouraged, I go and see a friend, and I hold her little baby in my arms. No words could describe this. He is perfect and he's pure, and all of life's distractions fall away. The beauty flows right through me, and I'm a part of everything I see. So alive, astounded by by the majesty I see. So will I awake to all that's possible in me. So alive to the magic, so alive to the dreams, discovering that life is so much more than what it seems. I cannot be content to just survive. I am a part of something infinite and free, and so alive.
So alive. The affirmation I wanted to share with you now is, I conquer my mental household and cast out all fear and doubt. My word has dissolved all fear within me. All doubt is released. I accept all good now and forevermore. And I just want to quickly share with you, classes begin this week. So Thursday is a 5-week dive into this philosophy, Science of Mind and Spirit. And Saturday is a 4-week course called Effective Prayer. So join me and your fellow travelers, and we're guaranteed to have a good time. So the offering affirmation, as we give our tithes and offerings to CSL on the Lake, let me just share with you this affirmation. Divine love consecrates my gift. It goes forth to heal, to bless, to prosper. It's evidence of my conviction. It does its good and perfect work and returns to me multiplied abundantly. And so it is. Now, there are a few ways you can donate to CSL on the Lake. You can donate by e-transfer to revb@cslonthelake.com. You can donate through PayPal. Again, just revb@cslonthelake.com. Or you can mail checks in to the Center for Spiritual Living on the Lake, 38 Kootenay Crescent, Toronto, Ontario. All donations are tax deductible. Now let us close with prayer. As I close this evening's service, I recognize the power and presence of God. I know that God is right here. That this infinite, eternal presence is right here, fully alive, awake, aware, living as me. It is the energy, the vibration of life itself. It's every cell in my body. It is the activity of my life. It is this journey that I walk. I recognize that there's one God, but many paths. And this path is one that brings me joy. So I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful for this evening, complete with the excitement of Zoom, with the ability for things to crash and break and begin again. So I'm still grateful. I'm grateful for the journey. I'm grateful for each one here, and I'm grateful for life itself and the beauty that it promises. So with a hopeful, grateful, passionate heart, I release these ideas into the law of mind. I know it is done. All is well. And so it is. And now our closing song.
This is a song that we all know and love, and I encourage you to sing along with us. It's I Can See Clearly Now. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. And I can see all the obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me down. It's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day.
Oh yes, I can make it now, the pain is gone. All of the bad feelings have disappeared. Here is the rainbow I've been praying but blue skies. Look straight ahead, there's nothing but blue skies. I can see all obstacles in my way. Here is the rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Bright, bright, sunshiny day. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Bright, bright, sunshiny day. Oh, it's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Oh, yes, a real bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day.
Oh, thank you all for being here. And we're going to unmute you now. So if you'd like to stick around and say hello, I'd love to say hello to you this evening and welcome you to Center for Spiritual Living on the Lake.